Biolit, enlighten, uncover, integrate, because life is never separate from knowledge.
Great Expectations, Charles Dickens.
Townshend died during Dickens's visit to America. On his return, Dickens found himself charged, as Townshend's literary executor, with the job of editing a chaotic mass of manuscripts, notes and reflections on theological matters, distributed in the strangest fragments through the strangest notebooks, pocketbooks, slips of paper and what not, producing a most incoherent and tautological result. These appeared as the religious opinions of the late Rev. Chauncey Hare Townshend. Conversationally, Dickens referred to them as Townshend's religious hiccups in December 1869. Townshend chiefly aimed at divesting religion of its metaphysical trappings, which he thought detrimental to rational discourse on questions of faith. In 1869, Charles Dickens faced an unusual responsibility. After the death of his close friend, Reverend Chauncey Hare Townshend, he inherited not wealth, but words. Not polished chapters, but scattered notebooks, loose papers, forgotten pocket journals, and fragments of unfinished thoughts. Dickens described the collection as a bewildering puzzle, a mass of theological reflections so disordered that they seemed to repeat themselves endlessly. Yet he patiently gathered every fragment, believing that even disconnected ideas deserved a chance to become a coherent story. Science often begins in much the same way. A researcher rarely starts with a complete answer. Instead, there are scattered observations, isolated experiments, unexpected results, and pages of laboratory notes. Individually, they may appear meaningless. But when carefully organized, patterns emerge, hypotheses are tested, and knowledge gradually takes shape. Discovery is often an act of assembling fragments into understanding. Perhaps that is why the word reflection carries such remarkable significance. The word reflection in biology is used to describe the return of light, sound, or other waves from a surface, allowing organisms to gather information about their surroundings. In optical biology, reflection enables animals to perceive their environment through vision. In marine biology, many fish produce reflective surfaces using microscopic guanine crystals, helping them camouflage by mirroring the surrounding water. Even the brilliant colors of butterfly wings are often created not by pigments, but by microscopic structures that manipulate reflected light. Just as Dickens pieced together fragments of Townshend's writings, living organisms constantly assemble reflected signals into meaningful information. A photon bounces from a leaf, enters the eye, activates photoreceptor cells, and is transformed into electrical impulses interpreted by the brain. What begins as scattered light becomes perception. Literature teaches us that scattered thoughts can become a narrative. Biology reveals that scattered photons can become vision. In both worlds, understanding is never found in isolated fragments, it emerges when separate pieces connect to tell a larger story.